What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my full predictions for Saturday night's main event. This is I believe the second Saturday night's main event of the year. I can't remember when the first one was, but I believe this is the second Saturday night's main event of the year, right before SummerSlam. So it's a pretty decent card, only 4 matches and 1 segment. We do actually have 1 pre-show match announced, which is kind of weird. I'll go right into that first. It's Trick Williams versus Laredo Kid from AAA for the United States Championship. So Trick Williams is obviously retaining. Yeah, there's really no story for that match, so there's really not much to discuss there, but Trick Williams is 100% retaining. But then we got 2 women's matches that I'll also discuss. So we have the women's tag team match. We have Brie Bella and Paige defending against Fatal Influence. I believe Fatal Influence is going to win this. And at SummerSlam, I think it'll be a 3-on-3. Fatal Influence versus the Bellas and Paige. I think maybe Nikki Bella returns and helps Brie and Paige win. And then maybe at SummerSlam we get the turn of Nikki Bella turning on Paige. That's what I'm predicting here. So I'm going to go with Fatal Influence to win. Especially since on SmackDown, JC Jane didn't qualify for the ladder match. I really thought she would have, but she lost to Tiffany Stratton. So I think they're going to do that 3-on-3 at SummerSlam. So I'm going to go with Fatal Influence to win the tag team championships. And then we have Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria. I think this match will end in either disqualification or maybe a double counter or something. Because eventually I think we're either going to get a triple threat with Sol Ruka for the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam, or they'll just run it back and do a one-on-one at SummerSlam. Because there's no way this feud doesn't get on SummerSlam. I don't think this is just a one-match thing and then the feud just ends. But if I had to go with somebody, I'd say Lyra Valkyria wins. But I think this is going to end in some sort of shenanigans. But now let's get into all the matches that I have the figures for. The first thing I want to discuss here is going to be this Roman Reigns and Jalen Brunson segment. I think it's pretty cool that they got Jalen Brunson to show up at Saturday night's main event. I think we're going to see another Knicks player show up later on in a different match, but we'll get into that later. But we got Roman Reigns and Jalen Brunson. I don't think this is going to be anything too special. Maybe Seth Rollins attacks Roman and Brunson. SummerSlam tickets are low, so maybe they want that celebrity interference at SummerSlam. SummerSlam isn't even in New York or anywhere near that area, so that's kind of weird if Jalen Brunson does show up and get involved in the main event. So I don't know, but again, we saw what they did at WrestleMania with Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll when tickets were low, so maybe they're going to try and get Jalen Brunson involved in this SummerSlam main event here. I don't think so. I think it's going to be Roman Reigns saying he's a tribal chief, acknowledge him, and then Jalen Brunson saying he's the king of New York, acknowledge him. That's it. But maybe Seth Rollins gets involved in some sort of fashion, or the bloodline. I don't know, but I don't think it's going to be any of that. I think it's just going to be Roman and Brunson saying to acknowledge them, and that's it. So that's what I'm predicting for this little segment here. Next up, we have JD McDonough taking on Danhausen in a no disqualification match. I definitely see Dominic Mysterio getting involved. Maybe Liv Morgan too. I know that they're both at Fanatics Fest, so they're already in town. Dominic is there on Saturday, so he's definitely going to come out with JD McDonough. Maybe Liv Morgan also gets involved. She's kind of been beefing with Danhausen. The whole Judgment Day has been beefing with Danhausen. But Danhausen's 100% winning this. I feel like they're going to do Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio at SummerSlam. So that should be pretty cool. I wonder if Danhausen does beat Dominic at SummerSlam. That's going to be pretty interesting. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, it's kind of weird Danhausen defeating Dominic at SummerSlam, but he's for sure going to be JD here. This is just like if Seth Rollins took on Jimmy Uso at Saturday night's main event before his match with Roman at SummerSlam. So I'm going to say Danhausen wins. It's a no disqualification match, so I don't know, maybe Enzo comes back. I've heard people say that, but somebody's going to get involved. I think it's going to be Karl Anthony Towns from the New York Knicks. We saw on SmackDown that he had a little cat plushie. Those are the initials of Karl Anthony Towns to call him the cat. So Karl Anthony Towns is for sure probably going to be here in some sort of fashion. I have no idea what he's going to do. Pretty big guy, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets involved. But Danhausen is 100% defeating JD McDonough. Our main event is going to be a tag team match. We have Gunther and Sami Zayn taking on Cody Rhodes and the undisputed champion CM Punk. The stipulation being that if Gunther and Sami Zayn win, they will be added to Cody and Punk's match at SummerSlam. So I feel like Nick Aldis has to be involved in some way, especially after what happened, last week on SmackDown. I feel like Nick Aldis has to get involved and cost Gunther. But I don't know if they really want to set that up. Maybe Gunther and Sammy go over and they make it a fatal 4-way. But I feel like we got to see Gunther versus Aldis. So I don't know. I do want Punk and Cody to win because I do want to see Nick Aldis versus Gunther. And I do want Cody and Punk to be just a normal one-on-one match. I don't know. Maybe Sammy pins Punk. And then Nick Aldis just takes Gunther out. And it'd be a triple threat with Sammy. Because I don't see Sammy getting on the card for SummerSlam if it's not in this match. But honestly, Sammy could miss out on SummerSlam. I know it's kind of crazy to say he just won Undisputed Universe Championship, but if they really don't have anything for him, I don't know. Another interesting thing though, Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, they were originally promoted for Fanatics Fest. Now, I doubt Drew McIntyre would have returned, but what if they removed them because one of them would be a surprise at Saturday Night's Main Event and they didn't want to ruin it? Randy Orton has not been on TV since WrestleMania. Same thing for Drew McIntyre. So, for them to just show up on Fanatics Fest without appearing on WWE TV before would have been kind of awkward. So, I see why, maybe Randy was canceled. Maybe Randy gets involved here. I doubt it, but I think it'd be really cool to see Randy Orton come back. But yeah, maybe Nick Aldis has Randy take Gunther's spot, and it'd be Randy, Sammy, Cody, and Punk in a fatal 4-way, and then Gunther versus Nick Aldis one-on-one. I don't know, man. I don't know. My final prediction, I'm going to say CM Punk and Cody go over, but maybe Sami Zayn can pin Cody or Punk and make it a fatal 4-way with maybe Randy Orton instead of Gunther, or just a triple threat at SummerSlam. But those are just my predictions for Saturday night's main event. Let me know yours in the comments below. What are you most looking forward to on the show? All that in the comments below. But that's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys in the next video.
One bliss, highly favored. One bliss, highly favored.